Hey everyone, Josh May with Nascar Minute. Jeremy Clements on the line. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So, let me just, move my chair over. Alright, so, how did you get your start in racing?
I got started when I was 7. My grandpa, Crawford, he got me a go-kart. And he started taking me, myself and my brother Jason to the dirt track, and just started racing from there. And, he was a crew chief back in the 50s and 60s, and, he got, Clements Racing in and started, and, he's pretty much the main reason we all started racing in my family.
So, who was your dad the crew chief for? Or your grandpa?
That's my grandpa. He was crew chief for Junior Johnson, Buck Baker, guys like that, Joey Arroyo, back in the late 50s and 60s, and him and his brother Lewis actually won a championship, Rex White, in 1960. So that's pretty neat, and to be a part of my family. So our family definitely dates back in the early history of NASCAR, which is pretty cool to me.
So, growing up, who was your hero in racing?
I watch guys, I like Richard Petty. I like watching him. Then Jeff Gordon came along in 92, when I was 7, and I just started then, so I watched him, and guys like that. I like the way Dale Earnhardt, he was, the intimidator, and of course he was fun to watch, and I like watching those guys.
So, how long have you been racing for Clements Automotive?
Pretty much my whole career. I've never gotten a chance to race for a big team because it's unfortunately all about money these days, and unless you can bring a big sponsor or your grandpa's real rich or something, you're just going to have to do it yourself or figure out some kind of other way. So I've done some testing and one-off stuff for Gibbs, never got a chance to race, unfortunately, and Childress and stuff like that. But definitely, if I got my chance, I'm definitely been ready for it. So, but till something like that happens, we're gonna try to keep trucking along here and making the best of what we got. And we got a pretty good small little team here. If we could just get some more funding, which I think everybody says, but we do a pretty good job. I'm proud of us.
So do you also work at Clements Automotive, or do you just race for them?
Yeah, I mean, it's Jeremy Clements Racing and then Clements Racing is two separate things, and pretty much help out with our racing stuff.
So are you the owner of the race team?
Yeah, my dad and I. Yep.
Alright, so what inspired you to invent your race team?
Well, like I said, we had started racing go-karts, and then I just kept moving up, and it was all the same. And we still got one of the same guys that helped me when I was racing 4-cylinders on dirt back when I was 13. Same guy on our team, Tommy. So yeah, we just had our own team ever since then, and just kept moving it up. Went from racing 4-cylinders to dirt late models to ARCA to Nationwide, and that's what we've been racing here the past 2 or 3 or 4 years now. Few years now. Shoot, since.
So
we started 02 in ARCA and raced dirt late models, and then I think raced our first bush race in 03, and then so it's been a few years. It goes by quick.
where did you finish in your first race? Bush race?
I think we finished 34. I think I got in a wreck. It was at Pikes Peak. I do remember that. I was 18. 03. Yep.
So, do you think you'll ever go cup racing?
Of course, that's the goal for myself, and I'm sure a lot of other drivers. It just, like I said before, depends on money. You gotta have can, but until that time, I enjoy racing in the Nationwide Series.
So, what was your rookie year in Nationwide?
Well, I never ran a full season until two years ago. 2011 was our first full season, but before that, I just run 15 to 16 races or so a year. So I think my first 5 races was in '07 for McGill Motorsports, the last 5 races, and they were shut down at the time, and it was just it was pretty much getting on a train that was about to derail, so it wasn't a good situation.
Okay.
But it was some track time and stuff, so that was good. But then '08 we just ran, a few here and a few there, as much as we could afford. That's about where we were at.
And was that for Clements racing?
In '07 it was for McGill, but in '08 it was it was our team.
So McGill, in the McGill situation, did they know they were shutting down when they hired you?
Yeah, they had Brett Sherman at the time, and they were unhappy with the way it was going, and wanted to do something else. And I got in the seat for the last 5, and of course they would have continued if they could have found sponsorship, but they couldn't, unfortunately, and they had to shut down.
But they knew that they were going to be shutting down, probably?
Yes.
Alright, so, how do you think Clements racing has grown since you first started it?
It's grown a ton. I mean, this year we got 6 cars getting ready for the season. We got more stuff than we ever have. We've got more people. For a small team. So I just think we try to better our situation every year, and it shows. We finished 10th in Indy this year, and that was definitely our last year, 2012, and that was a big feat for us. And had a lot of good runs. Just broke a lot of stuff there at the end, just because we're reusing parts, trying to get the most out of everything and save money, so we can keep going.
Alright, thanks for joining us. I'm going to ask you to stay on the line for just a second while I close the show.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Alright, I'm just going to close the show. Alright everyone, thanks for watching NASCAR Minute. I'm Josh Mabe. Till we meet again.